All right, when it rains, it pours. So I just kind of wanted to go over a little bit what was going on yesterday. So if you saw yesterday, you probably noticed that we were a little frantic trying to get that bid sent out yesterday for the RFP. That's because there was something that I wasn't telling you. Yesterday, we are in the car. On the first of every month, I typically do my rounds in the Houston schools. I have like 7 that I like to check the different school districts in the greater Houston area and just see if there are any RFPs for stuff that we could be able to apply for. I start doing my rounds in the car on the way to work, and sure enough, I get to one of the schools that we have already been working with, and I have been basically waiting for their RFP for the past like 2 years. Because let me give you guys a little bit more context here. This school has had their contract expired with their previous vendor since about the end of 2020, I want to say. Their contract expired in August of 2020. So they had not had a contract with a apparel provider other than the one that they were still using from when the contract that they had. So their contract had expired. I thought that they would put out an RFP within the next couple months for the new one. Typically, they actually do it before the contract expires, so that was a little weird to begin with. But that RFP never came. It never came a few months later. It didn't even come a year later. It hadn't even come 2 years later. So I just keep on checking it out every month, seeing if they posted the RFPs. And for a little bit more context, RFPs are typically minimum 30 days long. They're typically 60 to 90 days just to give ample opportunity to get as many submissions as they can, because from my perspective, getting as many submissions as they can, well, yes, that does increase the workload of the person that has to review it, but it also could enable the school to lock in a better price for their garments, for the contract. So to me, it makes sense to make it as long as possible, to elicit as many bids as possible. However, I log on yesterday and unfortunately see that the school that I had been waiting 2 years for them to post their RFP had posted the RFP on May 3rd and ended the RFP on May 20th. So that's 17 days that they had the RFP available for accepting proposals, accepting questions. They gave 17 days from the time that they first advertised the RFP to the time that they wanted their samples in hand and the bids in hand. So, as you guys may be already to tell, I check every month on the 1st all of these different schools in the greater Houston area, see if they have posted an RFP. Since the guy posted it on the 3rd, I completely missed it. I know that we have the notifications on and everything for that, but I have it set up to go to a separate email because they send basically so many emails from all the different school districts. I have it set up to basically only send ones from apparel, but we still get ones for plumbing contracts, PR firms, all that crap. So we have it going to a separate email that basically no one really checks. So that is a problem on my fault. And another problem on my end was not checking the RFPs fast. I am obviously extremely disappointed. I am talking to Michaela, and I honestly can't even believe that this is what I'm looking at is real. It kind of even felt like I was dreaming. I could not believe my eyes that the RFP I had been waiting 2 years for came and went without me even noticing. I don't even know. I really don't know what to say. I know that a majority of the fault lies with me because I didn't check the notifications that they sent out to the email and stuff like that. That part lies with me, sure. But to only have your RFP open for 17 days, that to me, that sounds like you already had somebody in mind and you were just doing the RFP process because you had to. I don't know, man. That's what I kind of think. That's really what it seems to me. Why else would you only do it for so short of a time if you didn't already have somebody that you wanted to go with? Oh, man. So I emailed the guy. I'm like, hey, I just saw that you posted the RFP. It was super short. Is it possible that you would be able to accept our bid? I could have it in your hand by the end of the day, and I can also have the samples delivered to you by Monday. I send this email at about 7:30 yesterday morning. Get that email all sent off. Hopefully, I even like asked him, be like, hey, can you please let me know if you're even going to accept this? I don't want to put in all the work and the samples if you're just going to throw it away, which is what he says he's going to do. If you late submit any bids, it will be discarded. So I emailed the guy. I'm like, hey, dude, can you accept the bid if I submit it? And then didn't hear back from him. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just submit the bid. It's a little bit of work, but better do the work, say that I tried, rather than say that I didn't. So I got the bid done. We ran over to the home office of the school, got it dropped off to his secretary. So hopefully he saw it. And yeah, ordered the t-shirts from our supplier overnight so that we would get them today and we could print them and get them delivered to him as soon as possible. However, yesterday came and went and I didn't get a reply, but this morning I woke up to a reply from the director of procurement at like 11:40 at night saying, sorry, unfortunately we do not accept late submissions. Thank you for looking forward to the opportunity to work with you in the future. Like super short, super fuck you. I don't even know, bro. It's so suspicious to me. I definitely think that there is something else going on here, but I have no proof. And yeah, so I guess we'll see if on the 9th, the winner of the bid is the company that I think it is, because I'm quite sure it's going to be. Oh man, guys. This has been a pretty bad week, honestly. A pretty bad week. I wish that I had better news to say. But yeah, I can't hide it. I can't sugarcoat it. This is what it's actually like running your own business. It's not green grass, sunshine every day. There are going to be some times when you're in the pit dealing with all of the shit. So it's times like this that you got to remember the highs and can't be too stuck on the lows. You want to just try and persevere and move past it, even though I lost out on what would have been like a $300,000 contract.